Hello children, good evening. Again I'm back with a new video of class 9 that we are continuing chapter 3 drainage. So that only we will continue, and this video it will not be a very elongated video. It will be a very short, informative, but it's very helpful to you. That information I can able to give you. And another thing is that last week I have given you the different type of drainage pattern with the diagram only. I think hope so children, you are cleared it about that. I think you have cleared your doubts everything in the Zoom classes. And please subscribe my channel because we have started newly, because now these days virtual classes are going on, everybody is knowing that. So if you will just subscribe, so definitely it will be whenever my new video will upload, so you will get your notification very much soon, and you will clarify it your doubts before tomorrow's class. So today night only I'm going to be uploaded, and please go through it, and you have to nicely learn some things, and please repeat a time go through the videos, then only you will come to know that whatever the materials I'm trying to give. And also holidays are coming, it's very nice for us. We will get a break definitely, and children, that we means you and we the teachers are, as well as in this break only you can also do your holiday homework, because that has already been given by me. It is in the group only, so that whatever questions you have done, no problem, no need to repeat it, because mostly children last week I have given the diagrams. So if you have not done, so do it. If you have done, no problem, you cannot, no need to do it again. So we will start. Today I'm going to start my video with the topic of the river system. River systems are that wherever main river with the help of its tributary, distributary, all are together, and from the starting of the river to the end of the river, mouth of the river, how much portion it has been covered by it. So definitely all will coming under in the single river system. Here we will going to learn in this chapter, there are generally basically two types of river systems are there. One will be I have told already earlier that perennial rivers and seasonal rivers. Here according to the location wise we will learn who are the means which rivers are the specifically belongs to these perennial rivers, and which are the belongs to the seasonal rivers. Okay, so here we will learn according to the location. There are two types of river systems are there. What are they? First we will learn the Himalayan river system, another will be, just name I will tell you, that is of peninsular river system. Okay, today we will start the river system from Himalaya. So that only we will do. I will read wherever informative informations, you write it down beside your book only. The major Himalayan rivers are the Indus. Acha, Himalaya is consist of the three type of rivers basically. What are they? The Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. I think children, more or less everybody is knowing Indus mostly has been located, mostly the parts around 80% has been gone to after division of Pakistan, it has gone, and very little portion is remaining to India. Okay, around 20%, that we will elsewhere whenever we will learn in the book, that only will come to know. Okay, the major Himalayan rivers are, these are three: Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. These rivers are long and they are joined by many large and important tributaries. Tributaries I have already told you. Then again I am taking telling a I just repeating it once, that tributary are that type of river whenever on the way of the main river other rivers are coming and joining with main river, these are called tributaries. And distributaries are that type of river whenever the main river if the main river has been dividing into different branches. I have already given the example of your section wise, like class 9 has been sectioned into three divisions. What are they? 9A, 9B, 9C. So each section will be called as the distributaries. Okay children, so like that way only. Many large rivers and their important tributaries only. A river along with its tributaries, distributaries, all are called as the river system. Okay, please underline that. What is river system? Questions can come. Acha, today we will learn about the first river system. What is that? It is the first will be the Indus river system. Indus river system, what is that? The river Indus rises into Tibet. Location, you please mark it, the Lake Mansarovar, flowing west. It enters to India in the Ladakh district of Jammu Kashmir. Ladakh now these days it's become the it's a part of India, and its district it's coming, and Jammu Kashmir it is entering. Okay. It forms a picturesque gorge. Picturesque gorge means it's identical ones. It's very nicely, it has been identified by its gorge only. It's a landform. Now I will not going to repeat that. Okay. So next, what is gorge? Gorge, I think children you better know than me. So it is the part several tributaries. What are the main tributaries of Indus? Please underline that: Jaskar, Nubra, Shyok and Hunza. These four are the main tributaries. That is why today I have not used my board, because today the class will be very much informative. You have to note it down. You have to mark it, so many things. That is why I am taking the I am doing the video with my book only. Okay. What are the main four tributaries? Questions can come. Short question. Please mark it: Jaskar, Nubra, Shyok and Hunza. And wherever it is joined in the Kashmir region. Indus flows through Balochistan and Gilgit and emerges from the mountains of Attock. Okay. It means the outside of India, its mostly part goes to Pakistan. That only it has been said. The Satluj, the Bias, the Chenab, Rabi and the Jhelum are together entered to Indus near Mithankot, Pakistan. These are the 5 rivers which is joining with main of the Indus river. Who are they? Satluj, Bias, Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum. These are the 5 rivers. Please underline the marks. Wherever they meets in the Pakistan, Mithankot. The place is named as Mithankot, and the country name is Pakistan. So these are the 5 rivers. These are also flows in India also. Okay. So these are the rivers are joining with Indus. Next, beyond this, the Indus flows southward, eventually reaching the Arabian Sea. Acha. Afterwards, it's gone to the Arabian Sea. It is mixing with east of Karachi. Wherever it is mixing, it is east of the Karachi. So that is also mostly not been coming under India's part. The Indus plain has a very gentle slope. It's not having like Ganga river. Whenever we learn Ganga, that time we will come to know that slope types are different for Ganga, and it is very steep slope, very gentle slope, all are there. But in the case of Indus, no. Indus, mostly the cases of the slopes are generally gentle. Gentle means light slopes, very much heighted, heights are not there. With a total length of 2,900 kilometers. Please underline, children, what is the amount of the area covered by Indus? 2,900 kilometers. The Indus is one of the longest rivers of India, which is mostly that only has been written maybe, which is mostly in the world. Little over a third of the Indus basin located in India, the states of Jammu and Kashmir. That only I have said that mostly part has gone to Pakistan. Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and rest of the Pakistan only. Okay, these 3-4 states it's flowing. What are they? Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and again it has gone to Pakistan only. Okay. Achha, did you know portion? Also you have to underline that. What is that? According to the regulations, the Indus Water Treaty 1960, India can use only 20% of the Indus water, total water carried by the Indus river system. This water is used for the irrigation in Punjab, because Punjab itself don't have any river, so it has to be used. The river, Indus river has to be used where it has been used in the Punjab and Haryana and the southern of the western parts of the Rajasthan, because these are the states, they are not having its own river, and these type of dams and multi-purpose projects has been made for that, and that is also known as what? That is also known as the Bhakra Nangal project. Okay, children. Next, we will start to Ganga river system. Okay, the Ganga, second portion will be the Ganga river system. The head word of Ganga, underline, children, what is the head word of Ganga? Called the Bhagirathi. Head word, what is the question can come? What is the head word portion of Ganga? What is the head word branch of Ganga has been called as? So you have to answer like Bhagirathi. It's fed by the Gangotri glacier. Wherever it starts from the Gangotri glacier. Then it has been, and the Gamukh is the cave name. Okay, joined by Alaknanda and in the Devprayag in Uttarakhand. Up to here Ganga is having its first flow or upper course. Okay, after that whenever it comes to Haridwar, it has comes to the middle course. Middle course means it has comes to the plain. So till before Haridwar, Uttarakhand portion, it is having its upper means flow, as well as it's having only the work of the river will be what? Only the work of the river will be erosion. So that is why it's very clear to you children. So another thing is that Gangotri glacier, this Bhagirathi also mixed up with which river? Alakananda. Wherever the place will be Devrayag. Okay. Plains. Acha, the Ganga is joined by many tributaries from Himalayas. Who are they? Fed them bring major rivers such as Yamuna. Yamuna is one of the longest river or tributary, which is a tributary of Ganga. It's also called the longest river. The Ghargara, the Gandak, the Koshi. These are the 4 rivers. Within that, the river Yamuna rises from its Yamunotri glacier. It's running parallelly. It's flowing parallelly. In the Himalayas, this flows parallel to Ganga, and at its right bank of the tributary meets the Ganga in the Allahabad. Okay, so Yamuna is another river which is also not joined in the first flow portion. It's joined with Ganga. It flows parallelly. Yamunotri glacier, it has been starts from. Please underline all these things, all the informations. That is why I am reading out, and that is why I make you mark only today. So that is why I am taking the theory classes today, like that way. The river Yamuna rises from Yamunotri glacier. Please underline that. The Himalayas, it flows parallel to Ganga, and as a right bank of tributary meets the Ganga in the Allahabad. Ghargara, Gandak, Koshi rise in the Nepal Himalaya. These are also rises from Nepal Himalaya, but these are also the tributary of Ganga. They are the rivers which flood parts of the northern plains every year. It means that the area whatever covered by them, it's very much it's carry the lots of water, and it's the general thing is that these rivers are only flooded the surrounding parts of the area. Okay children, next. Acha, and which is causing, definitely the floods are not having any type of good effect, where mostly it is having the bad effect. So it is damaging the property as well as the humans, whereas they enrich the soil for, but one also benefit also is there. What is that? It is that it is also definitely giving the shield portion very good soil to the for the agriculture. So that is why the agricultural lands have become very much fertile. Acha, the main tributaries which come from the peninsular upland, that what? Acha, some rivers also coming from the peninsular upland. What are they? These are also the tributaries of Ganga. Please underline children. Who are they? The Chambal, Betwa and Son. Underline. These rise from semi-arid areas. Acha, these are rises from semi-arid areas, means mostly the dry parts and surrounding parts of Rajasthan and Gujarat parts. So that is why it has been called a semi-arid region. And much water, it is not carrying so much of water. Acha, enlarged with the water from its right and left bank of tributaries. Acha, Ganga is having its right bank. Right bank means in the right side Ganga, some tributaries are joining, in the left side some tributaries are joining. So these accordingly we will tell some right bank of right bank tributaries and left bank tributaries of Ganga are there. The Ghargara flows eastwards till Farakka in West Bengal. Okay, this is the northernmost point of Ganga delta. The rivers bifurcated there. Acha, then after reaching to West Bengal, Ganga has been dividing into 2 parts. One will be going through the named will be like Bhagirathi, which is enters to West Bengal. Another part has gone to Bangladesh. Okay, that is called as the Padda. The main stream flows southward into the Bangladesh and is joined by Brahmaputra only. Again it has been go to southward flow and it has been joined to the Brahmaputra only. Further downstream it has known as the Meghna. Meghna means after reaching to Bangladesh, it is also some cases somewhere it is named the Meghna, somewhere named the Padda. This mighty river, the waters from the Ganga and Brahmaputra flows into the Bay of Bengal and delta forms. Here we can able to see a largest delta of the world has been formed, because it has been carried by Ganga river has been means the depositional part. Depositional part means whatever the storing of the materials by Ganga, its tributaries and all, it's the highest one. That is why in the mouth of the river, whenever it is joined to Bay of Bengal, so that time only the largest plain has been formed, the delta has been formed. It's a triangular shaped landform. I think children you know it better than me. So what it called? It is called the Sundarban Delta. Underline children. Sundarban Delta derived from its name Sundari tree. Acha, Sundarban, why it is called Sundarban? Because mostly 80% trees are belongs to one specific type of category. What is that? It's Sundari. That is why it is known as the, and it is the marshy land. Marshy land means most of the time the mud, the waters are there. Okay. Next, it is the world's largest and fastest growing delta. It is also the home of the Royal Bengal tiger children. Okay. So definitely up to here. Another thing, a small portion is remaining, that only I will tell. The length of the Ganga is over 2500 kilometers, and now I will tell you one information, that is Ganga, its tributaries. With its tributaries, we have already learned the drainage pattern. It's making dendritic type of drainage pattern by the Ganga and its tributaries only. Okay, children. So here Ambala is located the water divide between the Indus and Ganga. Acha, water divide I have already told, like in the between area, if it is means dividing the two types of river basins. Here Ambala is a water divide. Underline please that. Ambala located in the water divide between Indus and Ganga river systems. The plains of Ambala to the Sundarban stretches over nearly 1800 kilometers. Okay. And but the fall its slope hardly 300 meters. The slope differences are not so much, but its distances are very much, right? In other words, there is a fall just 1 meter over 6 kilometers. There will be river develops large meanders. Achha, here also one thing I will tell you, meander I will explain in next my video. Meanders will be if rivers are taking turn in the last stage and the middle course of the river. Rivers are having three courses. One will be upper course, middle course, lower course. In the middle course and in the lower course, what rivers are doing? Rivers are taking too much of turns and twists. Why? If any obstruction will come in the way of the river, so that time what is happening? River is just overlook that. Overlook that means what? It has to, water is the liquid thing, so it will go definitely. So or anyway, it is taking the turn and it is again going. Okay, so like that way it is taking too much of turns, like a U-shaped. U-turns, okay, very much U-turns will be there, that are called as a meanders. Okay, these are the landforms are called as a meanders. So today children, up to here, I will not teach you more, because read the things, you have to, so much thing you have to learn it very nicely, otherwise you have to memorize, because questions are coming right about the Ganga river system. So you have to write, you have to give some informations, notes I will prepare it and I will give it to you after ending of the chapter. Please children, stay sanitized, stay at home, maintain social distancing. Every day in my every video I am telling like this way. Another thing is that read the things. If you have any doubt, please interact with me. If you are interacting, I am feeling very much happy, and please be present in my classes. Okay, so now I think there will be no as such problems are there. So very soon I will going to upload my video. Okay, so thank you till that time. Thank you so much. And subscribe my channel, otherwise it will be very hard, you will not come to know whenever I will upload my videos and all. Okay children, so thank you so much. Just stay safe, stay sanitized and stay healthy. Thank you.